my name is Hamza, as you can see, but I'm also one of the engineers on the intraday team.
Mm.
Um, and I did see the Asana board that you created about all the test cases or the test plans. So I appreciate that. But yeah, I guess do you kind of have an insight into what our end-to-end tests look like at the moment?
Uh, so initially, when I started working, I was given task to create test cases based on the Sonder app. So I just installed that and created test case based on the workflows and all. So is that what it is, or is there any other app for which the test cases need to be done? I'm actually not quite sure on that. Are we talking about the same application, or is there any other app or anything? Because I see in the message she mentioned name of the app.
Oh, the Mahalo.
Mahalo, yeah.
Mahalo is just a code name for the Sonder app. It
Okay.
is, yeah, but it is basically the same app. It is the same app. It's just the code name we use internally for the Sonder app. So I imagine it can be a little confusing, but no, it's just a Sonder app, and I think what you did was great. It's now we already have a bunch of end-to-end test cases for certain functionalities on the app.
Mm-hmm.
I think what Peter wants us to do is try and understand what or I guess we can do this as well. Create a list of missing tests and understand those edge cases for those tests, because I think that's the plan is going to be for this sprint to focus and write new end-to-end tests.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Do we want to pull out that list and maybe just take a look at what we have and figure out what would be good for Mahalo?
Yeah, let me send you a link to that board. Vince, do you mind pulling it up?
Yep. I just got your link. So 1 second. All right. Okay, so under mobile, maybe let's just go through them and see what we have and what we don't have. So
Before that, do you mind if I ask Dhruva? I see that on each of the sections, there's like a number, like
Mm-hmm.
10 Sonder mobile, 1 Sonder mobile landing page, and then there's 10 Sonder mobile search for hotels. I see there's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. What happened to 1, 2, 3, 4? Or I guess is that are those the missing ones that we need to probably
No,
think about?
those are not the missing ones. It's just the number actually had changed. Actually, I had automated these test cases on the web, and the sequence in which the execution was happening was not proper. So I had to make some changes, and I copied that here. So that's why the number changed. But I'll just update the numbers. But these are all the test cases which were there.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. I mean, there is definitely some overlap over here between the .com or the website test cases and ours, because on the Sonder mobile app, we actually use the Sonder website when
Mm-hmm.
you're doing the booking. It's just a web view that we display. So a lot of the same test cases would apply for the booking part, but I guess the functionality that we're missing is primarily like when you have a booking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say the actual booking stuff, like, I'm not sure is it worth even exploring tests on the mobile side for that.
I don't think so.
Yeah, if .com's already doing that, and us testing a web view might be tough with Appium, maybe. So
Yeah, I don't even know if Appium can test web views
yeah,
properly. I'm not sure.
And also, Hamza, could you share the end-to-end cases which we already have with for the mall, so that you can I can also if not now, I can spend my time on checking what from this list is not there in that particular test case. Then we can take it whether those have to be added there or not. For example, as you mentioned, payments one, booking one, so it may be here but it's not there, but we can note it and we can exclude depending on so I think that exercise will take a bit of time, in which you'll have to go through what is missing. So if I get that list, the end to end ones, I can compare this and come up with the missing ones, and then we can take it from there, if it makes sense.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think we would need to. We do obviously have our end-to-end tests written in code, but I don't think we have a list anywhere. Um, Duva, do you have access to the GitHub repo?
mm, no, I don't think so.
No worries. I can
Yeah,
get you a list of our current end-to-end tests and what we have at the moment. It shouldn't be too hard to
yeah, I think could we could also maybe share like a video that we have in Device Farm, like where
yeah,
where we run our tests,
yeah.
uh, and it'll show you like basically the whole actual test in a video.
sure.
So that could be helpful.
Yeah, I'll make a note for me for an action item to send you a link. Sorry, send you a list of uh, all our current tests that we have, and then also one of the videos associated with one of the test runs, so that you can see what it looks like. Um, but Vince, do you have the simulator set up?
Yep.
Do you mind pulling up? Do you have a preview booking at the moment?
Might have one. Yeah. Let me just give me a second.
Sorry, I just got disconnected. Join back.
No worries.
Let's see there. So I have a booking that's currently like started. So is there something you wanted to go through?
Yeah. Yeah. Essentially, I think Druvo, this is probably the part of the app that you may have not. I mean, you let me know, but which I'm assuming you may not have had the opportunity to test out yet. But I think this is part of this is the or this tab in our app is I think where a lot of the test cases would need to be added. Because this tab is the entry point to a lot of the root functionalities on the Sonder app, which
Mm-hmm.
is creating an early check-in or a late checkout, paying for parking, looking through your check-in details, looking through your checkout details, um, going through the neighborhood guide, those kind of things. But I
Mm-hmm.
guess to make this a bit more productive, let me see here. Hold on. Okay, so what I am writing down here is I'll create a list of all of our current N10 tests. And then I'll send that over to you, Dhruva, and then hopefully you can go through what we have or what we don't have and possibly fill out that test case project.
Mm-hmm.
But have you had a chance to go through this tab before? The one that Vince is showing?
Yes, I did. I think I did check this out initially after logging in.
Yeah. What was it? Did you already have a booking on there? Were you testing
Yeah,
on production, or were you testing on another environment?
I was testing on the production only, but I didn't have the booking actually. So
Oh, you did have one?
I didn't have one.
Sorry, you did not have one.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Do you have Vince? I guess we need to get Dhruva test flight access, right?
Yeah, we could probably do that now.
Do you have a test flight device?
Yes,
Sorry, do you have a iOS device?
yes, I do.
Well, I don't know if you need test flight per se. Like, if you have an account created with your sonder.com email, you'll have the option. So, am I still sharing my? Yeah. So you have the option here. If you onboard with a sonder.com email, you have the option to select like preview. So right now I'm on preview, so it's not there, but you can switch to preview there, and then from there you can actually create like bookings, like fake bookings that'll allow you to actually see what you have. Like over here, basically this is what I have as a fake booking, so you'll be able to actually go through like the process.
Okay, okay.
Sorry. We will need. What will we need to enable the can QA flag, right?
Yeah, so the App Store version, as long as you create an account with sonder.com email, you should have the CanQA flags
already enabled, and then Dhruva can just go in and change it to preview, right?
Yeah, so I show you the process here. So like basically in the app, if you have a sonder.com email, like let's say this one, once you log in, you just go to your account tab and switch to preview. From here, you would have to like actually, like now you're on the preview environment, you'll have to actually sign up, create an account there. And then from there, you can actually go to the booking flow and create a booking. Like you could search anywhere, select your dates, and it should be similar to production.
And for making the booking,
Okay.
I also need to make
Nice.
the payment as well.
You can add a
Yeah.
fake credit card.
Yeah.
I can send you a list of credit card that you can add.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I'm sending that to you right now. But
Sure.
at the bottom here, you'll see these are just a list of credit cards that you can add. If you check the link I sent on this Google Meets, you can just add a bunch of any of those credit cards, and they will work for payment.
Sure.
yeah. So if you want to see how that looks like, do a quick demo here. So, why is nothing available?
Yeah, sometimes it happens. Choose like a date that's I was just gonna say. Are you in New York or something?
I'm in Montreal. Montreal had
Shoot, York or something else. It's fine. Go through this. They're probably doing some testing.
Yeah, because it says it's available here, but not on the other screen.
So preview is the environment in which we are doing the development and the testing.
Yeah, so think of preview as our staging environment.
Okay, staging.
And then each team has their own environment as well, except for our team. Our team doesn't seem to have an equivalent of that. But yeah, anytime a change in the back end is merged, it goes directly into staging and into preview, which is staging, into preview as well as production. So yeah, we can think of preview as our staging environment.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the end-to-end tests are run on the iOS device and Android device both, or just the iOS?
At the moment, we are only running them on Android devices. So, Vince, maybe do you, or I can do it too. Let me show you what our end-to-end testing looks like, actually. Are you familiar with mobile end-to-end testing, Juva?
Yes, kind of.
Oh, you are? Okay, so we use a testing suite called Appium. So on Appium, we have. Can you guys both see my screen?
Yes, I can see.
Okay. So on Appium, we have. You can see on the left here, we have a bunch of test specs. These are all the different tests that we have. So I'll get you a list of these, all different tests that we have. So you can see, for as an example, on one of the test cases, this is just testing to see if we can open up the different tabs in our phone, sorry, in our app. And then this is just a very simple login test with incorrect credentials and with correct credentials. This one is also pretty simple. Should be able to open up the search list on the search bar press. Just a lot of simple tests here. Then we do have some complicated ones. These are functionalities that I don't think you would have had the chance to test yet, but right. So then what happens is we run our test on AWS Device Farm. So not sure if you have access to AWS, but let me see here. Let me log in really quickly to show you what it looks like. Right, so let me go back here. So we run a bunch of tests on AWS, and you can see the last one that ran was this particular test. Seems like 2 failed, or at least some tests failed on 2 devices. But here, if we just click on the Google Pixel device, for example, we go to our logs, test specification logs, and we can see that these are all the different tests that ran and that passed. And then I think over here, all of them passed, so that's good. And yeah, these are the different tests. So on the checkout time selection, should show checkout confirm result at the same time as selected, yada, yada, yada. And then what we also get is a video. and this video shows all the tests that are being run. So this is essentially where our AWS. This is how our end-to-end test
Okay.
suite is right now. Yeah. Hope that answers your question.
Yes, yes, it does. Thanks.
Okay, so I think for next steps, what we will do is I was taking notes here. So I'll create a list of our end-to-end tests. Yeah, so I'll create a list of our current end-to-end tests, and then Dhruva, I'll send that along to you. And then I guess our ask for you would be to go through the mobile app, and I'll provide you some or Dhruva, do you already have an account with that ends with @sonder.com on the
Yes,
Sonder app?
yes, I do.
Do you mind quickly checking if you can see the other? If you log into your app and go to settings and you see the other where it says switch over to preview or switch over to the in your profile settings.
Okay, I'll have to check that out.
Well, you don't need to do that now. You can do that at some other point, actually.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you can do that some other point. So, confirm if you have access to preview environment. And then, Dhruva, if you could go through, or rather, create a booking, and then go through the lobby screen tab, the stay tab at the bottom, and just test out different functionalities, and hopefully you will. That might help you figure out what test cases we do not have at the moment. So if you can go create a booking on preview, test out the okay. Vince, does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
And then I think what we can do is that will give us some time to, or rather, then on for next sprint, we can work off of those tests, whichever the missing ones are, and we can ask the team to create end-to-end tests for those.
Yeah, I think we have our planning probably tomorrow, so we might have to come up with, I guess, one or two tests, maybe on our own if Dhruva still needs some time on that, so that we can like at least get started with that.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, and Hamza, would you be able to send the end-to-end test list which we have today so that tomorrow morning
Yeah,
I might,
I'll do that within the next 2 hours or so, or
Okay.
hour or so.
So I'll also try to check those with the ones which I have and come up with some list before the meeting, the sprint planning meeting. So we have some list.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Juva, are you working off of a Asana board, or is there any tasks that you want me to create for you so that we can capture this?
Yeah, I'm not actually working on any board as of now. So maybe you can, create a task for me somewhere where I can, where
Yeah.
it can be tried.
Okay, I'll create a task for you on our sprint board at the moment, and we can just track it from there. I think that'll be probably best. Does that make sense, Vince? I guess.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Juva. Yeah, I'll send you a message in about an hour with our current list of end-to-end tests.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, folks.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
See you.